gentlemen, welcome to Western Branch High School here on Sports Speed 23. Richie Babb along with Frank Lopoli and Mickey Irving. The Great Bridge Wildcats, the wrestling team in here at Western Branch to end their season. And in the past, Mickey, this has been the match.
It has. We've been in here many nights. It's been packed. I expect it to be packed again. Of course, we're going in the daytime, but they do have the big spotlight out for all the dramatic effects. So that's going to aid Western Branch a little bit, I think.
On paper, Frank, this is a fairly evenly matched match.
Well, as usual, you're absolutely wrong. On paper, Great Bridge looks like they're going to blow Western Branch out of the waters, putting 8 to 9 ranked wrestlers on the match to Western Branch mere 3. But you know what you can do with that paper? You can just tear it up and throw it out the window. The last time that Great Bridge was beaten, it was in this very gym. Last year, it was a blowout for Great Bridge. Western Branch didn't have a full lineup. They were hurt. They were banged up. But tonight, things are different. Western Branch is here to wrestle. Expect a completely different outcome. It could be very close. It could come right down to the nitty-gritty like we predicted. It could come down to the upper weights.
Both teams 13-1, and both of those losses came at the Virginia Duels. Mickey, Great Bridge feeling fairly confident, though.
They are. They're very strong. Of course, Hawthorne's coming out, the freshman, to lead the way. I really like Jimmy Hawthorne coming out and starting things for Great Bridge. And then you got Darnell. So what are you going to do there? But they come back with Perry, but Chris Viola's going to be in there. Frank, I know that's going to be a good match, but you're big on Viola.
Well, I'm big on just great wrestling, and I think both these guys, I don't want to silence you one way here, one way or the other, but this could be a great match. I like to call it the rematch, and then in a couple of weeks we'll have the rematch 2, and then we'll have the rematch of the rematch 3, because these guys could be going all the way in the district, regional, and state finals. Expect a dynamic match. The last time the Pitbull took on Dink, that's Perry and Viola, it was a technical fall for the Pitbull. So I'm sure the Pitbull's dying to get at Perry again. Expect an exciting match. Could be the match of the night at 119, and it's going to come early.
Well, Frank had an opportunity to talk to Coach Stevie Martin at Great Bridge High School to ask them what was going to go on today.
Last time the scores were close. What they needed to do this time, instead of winning by a point, is win by 6 or 7. It's important as you get to the end of the year that you become more dominant. So there's no room for error in those tournaments. So that's what we're looking to do.
The Bruins have to have a plan in place if they want to take the Great Bridge Wildcats this afternoon, and indeed that's what Terry Purdue has. Frank Lopoli had a chance to talk to him earlier today.
I've got to win 3, stay off my back at 12, win 19, 25, stay off back 30, win 35, and win 1 match in between 40 and 52. I got to have 1 in there. Because and then win the last 3. That's how I see it. If we can do that and stay off our back, we'd have a good chance of winning. That might be a tall order today, real tall order.
It's in your home gym. The match is in your home gym. You got to feel good about that.
Oh, yeah, we've had some good bouts here. We 2 years ago, we had a sellout here, and it came down to the heavyweight match. We won 6 bouts that night, lost 5 and tied 2, and lost about the match by 2 points. Pin points came in, the extra points, 4-point decisions and 5, and Tech Falls really play a big deal here. And unfortunately, we are weak at 2 or 3 weights, and it could hurt us. We need to stay off our back.
Well, as Frank said, you can pretty much throw out all the paperwork, the records, the matchups. You can throw out the rankings of the wrestlers, and we'll see what's going to take place right out there on the mat. Let's go to Frank and Mickey at the table.
Crowd as people still filing in. We're just about ready to start at 1:03 with Jimmy Hawthorne and Lee Butler. The match everybody's been waiting for so far this year, Rich.
No doubt. Lately here in the Southeastern District, this has been the match. Prior to Western Branch's really improvement, really wasn't a Southeastern District rival for Great Bridge, but now, since Great Bridge got beat here a few years ago by Western Branch, this rivalry carries with it, I think, for a long time. Regardless of how good or bad these teams are, this will be a traditional rivalry from now on.
And regardless, as you say, though, Rich, but both these teams coming in with just 1 defeat. Both teams suffered their losses over at the Virginia Duels, and they also won a match at the Duels. And these guys, no pressure here. They're used to being in the big television matches, Frank.
That's it. And there's a lot of similarities between these teams. Number 1, they're both 13-1. Number 2, they're both undefeated in the district. Number 3, they love, both of them thrive on this pressure situation.
But Frank,
and there's the flip. I like that. The Super Bowl flip. Look at that. Look at that.
But Frank, as usual, you're absolutely wrong. Both of these, one team has 8 or 9 ranked wrestlers. The other team only has like 2 or 3.
All right. Well, let's just keep track of how many of these ranked guys win. Now, one of 2 things could happen. A, it could be very close, and if it's close, you gotta like Western Branch. B, it could be a blowout, and if it's a blowout, there's only one team that's going to win the blowout, and that's going to be Great School.
Well, I tell you what, we're getting ready to get started here at 103. Jimmy the Hawk Hawthorne for Great Bridge and Lee Butler. He's 20-4. Jimmy the Hawk, by the way, from Great Bridge, he's 18-0, ranked 2nd, and he is just a freshman.
I like that name, the Hawk. The Hawk Hawthorne. Here he goes, Jimmy the Hawk. Now, I tell you where that name was fitting, because he kind of soars after his praise. And in on a quick sweep single to his right to left on your television screen. This should be interesting. The pivotal matches will be the first. No, out of bounds. Stepped on the far line. The pivotal matches will be the first. The first 5 weight classes. There's Butler in on the same move that Hawthorne, just the Hawk shot. He's got to see if he can score on it. Nope, doesn't. Nice around the waist. See if he can keep it level. It's kind of leaving. He's going to come out the back door. Butler trying to come out the back door. Can't do it. He'll probably stalemate him here.
Butler's 20-4, and as we said, Hawthorne is 18-0.
Butler's in position to score, and he does. Nope. Scramble. No points yet. Good call by the referee. 2 referees in the big matches. You guys are used to seeing that. We got Ray Bousman, the great official. He's also a policeman with the Virginia Beach Police Department.
Think he's packing heat today?
I think he's in the heat, and he's not scared of it. And we also have Bruce Striffler, and there's one of the top 2 officials we have in the Southeastern District in our association. There's a butt drag, and that's a stalemate. Again, Western Branch has got to have breaks go their way. In the duels, Great Bridge, which rested a gutty match, didn't get any breaks going their way. They were winning 4 matches and ended up losing or getting pinned. So Western Branch is in that situation tonight. You got to like Great Bridge is the favorite here in the whole overall match. And let's see what Western Branch can do to make things interesting.
Down to 23 seconds in the first period, no score yet.
Appreciate everybody's calls and letters complimenting us on the job we're doing. Believe me, we're having as much fun bringing this to you as you are at home watching. The duck under and a high step over. The counter. A big step over. It looked like Butler had the duck under. It's a high step over by Hawthorne.
That's the end of the first.
The Hawk soars in to position.
That's the end of the first period. It'll be 2-0 going into the second for Hawthorne of Great Bridge. He scores those 2 points and a late period takedown.
Okay, here we go on top. Let's see what Butler does. He's got to hang tight. They did a little bump, it's called a little bump to try to turn in. Smash, they call it a smash, where you come back and you hit like you're hitting a switch. If the switch is there, it's fine. If the guy brings you back, you turn in. And they stalemate them. Let's see if we can. There'll be a test later on.
Okay.
I want everybody to pay attention. You people at home, get a crayon.
Can I get a pen so I can take notes?
Get a crayon, start marking on your television set 1 through 10, and then as I ask you the question, just write them in crayon on your TV set.
We're at the 103-pound weight division.
103, so right 103. Hawthorne, no points yet. He's got to step behind the leg. Watch him step behind that leg. See him reaching back there. See that knee pad? Keep your eye on that knee pad. That'll tell you when the points are coming. Or he unlocks his hands and right in front of your television. Right there. So watch, he's got the hand back there. But no points yet. He's just kind of stalemating him. The rule says you got to cover that leg. Either step behind it or block it off or something. So still in a butt drag.
1 minute in the second period.
They stalemated him.
Hey, this guy Hawthorne, Frank, I mean, he's just a freshman. I really like having this guy come out at 103. I mean, I'm very impressed with the kind of job he does. I think he's got good quickness.
Oh, he
and
does.
He's won a lot of big matches for Great Britain.
Yeah, well, he's no stranger. He's a two-time city champion. Butler, though, also is a very gutty guy, and look for Hawthorne, to both guys to do well in the regional level. Of course, everyone knows the state champ goes to Salem High School, Reyes, and the fight might be for who's second and third. But that's okay. These guys are both young guys, and they're both going to be back. I'm sure we'll see the Hawthorne for many years to come. Many years.
2-0 still the score with 34 seconds to go in the second period.
Now, the last time they wrestled, oh, the cradle, there it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's a 3. Butler's now in the lead. What I was going to say, the last time they wrestled, Hawthorne won it 2-1. A pin here is big, real big.
11 seconds, 10 seconds. Without the pin here, Butler will be up 3-2 at the end of this period. Doesn't look like he's going to get the pin. 3 seconds.
Got a good grip. He's in good shape.
That's the end of the second period. He gets his 3 back points, his 3 near fall points. It'll be 3-2 here at the end of the second period. One more period to go at 1:03.
All right, listen to this. The score is 3-2. The last time they wrestled, the score was 2-1. Watch, here it goes. I predicted, was getting ready to call this. All right, now he's up. He's got to take him down twice. If he takes him down, he ties it. If the Hawk takes him down, it's tie. He's got to cut him loose again. If Butler can get a takedown here, I won't say the match is over, but it's critical. It gives him a little bit of a buffer. He can almost get reversed and still win, but don't expect him to ride him.
Stalemate's called. We're going to go back to the center. Minute 37 to go, 4-2 after that escape for Butler.
Both coaches called this a pivotal match.
We're talking about Hawthorne, the Hawk, and everything, Frank, but Lee Butler has won 20 matches already this year.
These guys are great. Both of them are great. You got to like Butler. You got to like Hawthorne. Both gutty wrestlers. Hawthorne, undefeated. Wins the Deep Creek tournament. Beats the state champ, the butt drag.
There's 2 takedown points right there. That'll tie it up at 4, Frank.
All right, now.
And there's an escape point. As you said, Frankie, let him go.
Right. Did you see that how he scored there with a butt drag?
Yeah.
Well, I just mentioned in the Deep Creek tournament, Hawthorne used 3 butt drags to beat the defending state champ, AA, who was a senior.
Butler up by 1-5-4, under a minute to go.
Now,
in
right in here is where Butler almost scored the last time they wrestled. Let's see what happens. A stalemate favors Butler.
And there's your stalemate, Frank.
You know why it favors Butler?
Why?
Come on, this is question number 1. Because time is running out. All right, watch for a butt drag. Here comes look for the butt drag. There it is. There it is. Now he's got to cover him. Got to lock his hands. Got to lock his hands.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. There it is. He got it. Nope.
Not yet.
Nope. No. No, we're running.
Seconds.
No points yet. Good call. He's behind the leg.
Chris Smith calling for the 2 points, but it's obvious he doesn't have it. Butler still has Hawthorne's leg. 3 seconds. That's it. Oh, and he gets the 2 takedown points right at the last second. Coach Terry Purdue's quite upset about that he finally awarded the 2 points right at the buzzer.
That was I don't know. He waited so long to call it. The takedown might have been there sooner.
And so the Hawthorne gets the victory with a questionable takedown right at the end of the third period.
The referee came over to Terry Purdue and said, I heard the buzzer, I heard the buzzer. He told him 3 times that he did indeed hear the buzzer, and there was no question in his mind. I think it's a good call if he feels that strongly that he had it before the buzzer, and he did.
Well, the final score is 6-5 then in favor of the Hawk.
Well, let's replay the situation. What's the rule say? You have to step behind the leg. Now, he did step behind the leg, but he didn't hook the leg.
Right.
He didn't show that he controlled it. But then when he came up, he really was on his back. So, yeah, it was a good call. But the problem was It was a late call, which made it exciting. Here comes Darnell.
So that makes a team score right now 3-0 in favor of Great Bridge. This is Sean Darnell of Great Bridge at 112 against Matt Peppers, and of course Sean Darnell ranked #1 in the area.
Well, let's put that match into perspective. That's a 6-point swing. Take 3 away from Great Bridge, give them the Western Branch. Western Branch is winning 3-0.
That's right.
Let's remember that and see what happens down the road. Remember, we said earlier, and everybody's saying, Great Bridge, Western Branch has to win 3 of the first 5 matches.
It's already 2-1 in this match. Darnell got a takedown. He let him up. Now he takes him down again. That makes it 4-1. Now it's 4-2 as Peppers gets another escape.
After just one match, Jimmy the Hawk Hawthorne gives the crowd their money's worth with a dramatic, what was the score, 6-5, right?
Yeah, 6-5.
6-5, a win over a great performance by Butler from Western Branch.
2 more takedown points for Darnell. Frank, will he let him up again?
He'll just keep letting him up and pounding him.
Yeah, he seems to be having his way.
He'll just pound him. Part of Darnell's game is just being real physical. And he'll just keep pounding you and pounding you.
Official timeout out there. Darnell's up 6-3 at 112. Had an official timeout. Peppers had to adjust his headgear.
The match here is not about Darnell winning. It's whether Peppers can avoid getting pinned or technical fall. If he doesn't get pinned or technical fall, it's a moral victory for Western Branch.
2 more takedown points for Darnell, and he's going to let Peppers up again with 28 seconds. So there's the escape to make it 8-4. Darnell wants to make it 10-4, though, with the takedown before the buzzer.
Right, he does.
And he gets it. Wow, Darnell dominating thus far. 17 seconds to go in the first period. It's 10-4 in favor of Darnell of Great Bridge. I think you're riding for the rest of the period.
Now, Coach Martin said one of the things that they're going to need to do in the close matches is widen the gap. Well, Hawthorne won the match by more points.
Right.
But by the same gap.
Right.
1 point.
Right.
Won it by 1 point over the previous meeting.
And indeed, Darnell does ride him for the remainder of the period. It's 10-4. Peppers is going to, and Peppers will take down. I think Darnell's going to let him up. Coach Stevie Martin said just gave him the sign, let him up.
I just keep thinking about that 103-pound match. What a great, exciting high school wrestling match. You've got to love it.
10-4 now to be 10-5 as soon as Peppers gets to his feet, and indeed he does. Darnell will attempt another takedown to make it 12-5, and there it is.
It's just totally being outclassed here. Darnell is just totally outclassing Peppers. But that's, remember, it's 12-5, so what do we got, an 8-point lead here. So Peppers is still, what we say, you know, he's not winning the match, but he's helping his team out.
14-6 now.
If he can just slow, he's got a lot to slow down.
14.
This steamroller is picking up some steam when Darnell, Mr. Cool, showing that he likes the heat.
2 more takedown points for Darnell. You know Darnell, Sean Darnell was voted biggest flirt by his senior class. Class flirt right there, Sean Darnell.
Well, I like to know who dresses him because he's got blue socks on.
Well, I think he's taunting his opponents. No, I don't know that.
Think he's clash-lish? Clash?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Who knows? That's another show. Another show. Makeovers of wrestlers.
Oh, Sean Darnell's also a male cheerleader, as opposed to a female cheerleader.
Well,
it's 18-9.
You can say it's a nice whip over, and see if he can put Peppers away. Coach Martin, Purdue said he's got to keep off their backs. That was a nice whip over.
32 seconds. He has time to work with. Up 20-9. Coach Purdue telling his wrestler 15 seconds. Now it's 10. Telling him just hang in there, baby.
Well, he's got his hand stopping him from getting the fall.
That's the end of the period.
I don't know if we could see it, but Darnell's hand was preventing the fall from taking place. 21-9 is the score. Look, if he doesn't get pinned, and just gets beat by a technical fall, again, that's a 1 point for Western Branch.
Right.
What's the score here? What's the lead by?
It's 23-9.
And how many points is...
How many points is that? Mickey, how many points is that? That would be Sunday's.
See, that's it. If he gets off his back, match is over.
Yeah, 25-9 is the score.
And he knew that. Darnell knew that. He had just went back to a whip over.
Minute 42
That
now.
was a good choice of moves by Darnell.
There's the pin. So give Sean Darnell a 112 to pin over Matt Peppers. And 2 wins in a row. A little momentum building for the Wildcats. Out on the mat now at 119. Carl Perry taking on Chris Viola. And Frank, this is a pivotal match.
Big time. Now you're asking... We're asking
Perry ranked number 2 in the area, and Viola, the Pitbull, ranked number 1.
The last time they wrestled, Darnell was literally on fire like a mad Pitbull in a ring. Technical falls Perry, but technical falls him in the middle of the second period. So let's see if Viola can get that head of steam going up right from the get-go.
Perry, just a sophomore.
Just a sophomore and a state place winner. Now what can Perry do to win? He's going to have to slow Viola down.
He is hitting him with a flurry there.
Right, and he's wrestling him on the edge. That's smart. You got to slow this guy down and take him out of his game plan. Again, if the match is close, just close, it's a win for Great Bridge.
Team scored 9-0 now in favor of the
Great
Wildcats.
Bridge has to have big points here. Viola taking most of the shots, Perry coming back, the counter shot, and he's wrestling, and you see Perry's wrestling towards the edge, which keeps him out of trouble in case something goes astray.
Viola's about the most muscular guy I've ever seen at 119.
Well, he's one of the top guys in the state. It looks like Perry's been leading with his left leg opposed to his right. A little birdie told me that.
I heard that somewhere before.
And maybe, like the old switch, put the boxer in the ring and switch right hands, left hands. But whatever he's doing, it's working because the score's just 0-0. And by this time, last in the Deep Creek tournament, the Pitbull already had a commanding lead. So that's good. It's good for Perry. It's bad for Viola. He needs to get some bonus points. Now you see, where's Perry again?
Right on the edge.
Over on the edge, right. So either he scores or there's no score, which is smart.
Still no score here. 42 seconds to go in the first period.
It seems like that Viola is successfully stretching Perry out. And I tell you what, both guys are not being shy of the other.
No.
So it looks like Dink gets a good shot there over on the edge, and but out of bounds, so it didn't count.
Hey, I saw Terry Perdue look up to see if any points were going to be awarded there.
The Pitbull may be getting a little frustrated and forcing some stuff. Dink, again, comes up with the move, but it was out of bounds.
9 seconds. There's a good chance we'll go out of here a scoreless first period. Oh, then again, maybe not. Carl Perry with 2 takedown points. Coach
And here we go again.
Terry Perdue calling him safe.
Well, it's not safe, baby. It's 2 points away.
I don't know if I'm not sure about that
was
one.
up off the bench.
They scored 2-0. It was Perry was in position, but when he actually scored, when they put the points up, he was out of position. So it was close call either way. The referees are right in the middle of some controversial stuff from the get-go.
No doubt.
They had a little better angle than we did, though.
2-0 the score.
This could fire up Viola.
There's 2 reversal points for Carl Perry. That'll make it 4-0. And Perry putting on quite a performance thus far.
I tell you what, now we're talking about whether Viola can just win this match.
Yeah.
4-0 is a very big lead with 2 experienced, savvy wrestlers like this.
Well, especially considering, Frank, the whole for, what, a minute and 58 seconds, there was no score in the first period. And
Right.
now it's 4-0. You're right, that's quite a lead.
That is quite a lead. So, I mean, we're talking about a reversal and back points, or 2 reversals, or something like that. There, maybe we'll see what, nope, nothing. Viola's scrambling, and a whole different game plan. And Perry is wrestling his heart out. It's almost the reverse match from the last time they wrestled. I mean, obviously, with the score, the momentum is in Perry's favor.
One minute to go in the second. The match is halfway over.
All right, there's a 4. Now, if Perry
make it 4-1.
4-1, if Viola can convert. Now, again, where was Perry on the exchange?
I don't know.
Near the edge.
Oh, right, okay.
So, right near the edge. So,
okay,
I mean, he's wrestling tactically a good match here, a very good match. He's got the lead. Viola has to come up to him. You see that Russian? Slows you down. Sweep to the outside. And good positioning.
I think Viola was taken completely by surprise.
It's a takedown.
Yeah, there it is, right there. As soon as Viola let go, that'll make it 6-1 in Perry's favor. 28 seconds to go at this 119 weight division in the second period.
Now, Coach Martin singles to Perry, tight waist him. Looks like Perry's eyes. Looking into Perry's face. He looks like he's really in focus.
Eye of the tiger, Frank.
Eye of the tiger. He's trying to take a big bite out of the pit bull. Undefeated. Chris Viola, ranked number 1 against ranked number 2, Carl Perry.
18
and he's going to
seconds.
turn him. Nope. Perry's not holding back. He is aggressively attacking the pit bull. He's trying to show that he's the up high step over, but no points. That's leveraged by Perry.
2-1. That's the end of the second period. And it's 6-1, Carl Perry over Viola. I keep wanting to call him Frank Viola.
I think he's got a brother.
Wrong sport.
Wrong sport.
I just want the spring to get here so bad, I don't know what to do.
Look like maybe Perry's a bit frustrated. Caution against Perry. So maybe the toll is... Nope, Perry comes up strong.
Perry with a 6-1 lead in the last period.
And he looks like he rolls him.
There's 2 reversal points for Viola. That'll make it 6-3.
Now, Perry's going to 6-3. The back points will tie it. Remember, Perry's been cautioned. And if he lays there, Ray Bousman will jump on him in a heartbeat. Believe me, he's the official referee on the mat. So Perry's got to show some activity here to preserve his lead. 1:28 remaining. We're in the third period. 6-3 is the score. The pit bull trying to look for something to turn Perry with.
And there's a reversal point for Perry. That'll make it 7-3 with 1:09 to go.
Now he's got to take him down and put him on his back. And that will only tie it. That will only tie. Perry looks like he is frustrated.
Who's frustrated, Viola or Perry?
That's smart. Smart thing by the coaches there. They go trying to get a little help Perry get his composure back together. And there, where's Perry
1 minute.
at?
On the edge.
Right.
Right.
Which is smart. It's very smart. But he shoots a nice shot, and he's in great position.
2 takedown points for Perry. 9-3. 48 seconds to go. And they're right on the edge, Frank. They're out of bounds.
Right. Perry wrestling a tactical superior match here. And 9-3 is the score. Now he's going to score back who? And he scores back points.
2 of them so far. He's got 2 in his pocket, and he awards those 2 to make it 11-3.
11-3, a superior performance by Carl Perry, who going into this was the definite underdog. in the match.
An 8-point lead for Perry. That's a pretty good, I mean, for a guy that was coming in expected to lose, an 8-point victory is not too bad.
Now you're looking at you're looking at the score here was possibly getting a major decision against him.
16 seconds,
A
though, is a
major
lot of time with a volatile guy like Viola.
8-point lead. 8-point lead. He major decisions him.
Right. That's right. That's what I'm saying.
Bonus points against him.
3 as the crowd counts down. 2, 1. That's the match. That's the 119-pound match. Carl Perry defeats Frank Viola. Chris Viola by a score of 11-3 for a major decision. Wow. That makes the score 13-0 in favor of the Wildcats, and we're headed to 125,
right,
where Aaron Beatson takes on Peppers. And here at 125, Beatson ranked at number 2 in the area.
Well, again, this is one of those matches. The last time they wrestled, Beatson wins by 1 point. So you got to say, hey, obviously, Great Bridge has a commanding lead here. Western Branch is going to have to go into the pocket full of miracles at this point and pull some major points to stop a blowout from happening. Well, we said earlier that this was either going to be close or a blowout. So far, it's flowing towards a blowout.
Aaron Beatson, Terry Peppers on the mat here at 125.
In that last match, again, the Perry just took Viola completely out of his match plan, wrestled a tactical, perfect match. Peppers comes off to a 2-0 lead.
Two points on the takedown for Peppers, 1:18 to go in the first period. And there's an escape point for Aaron Beatson.
Oh, 2 pretty good matches so far, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, I got a lot left. I tell you what, I think you've dropped, I don't know if you guys can tell, but, you know, Richie here, you've dropped, what, 75 pounds? 100? No, 100.
Well, I've dropped about 180 pounds, yeah.
And in the last 3 matches, you might have dropped another 16.
couple more just from sweating. Yeah, I think you're right. We'll start spitting in a minute.
Yeah, that's cool. You know, with this new look, this new GQ look, I tell you what, you can only almost fit into my pants, but you know you can't fit into my shoes.
No, I know I can't. Oh, nice, Frank. That's a nice one. Yeah, that's a nice one. I can still take you, though.
He's been saving that for
He has, hasn't he?
Practice that.
Gosh, I'm impressed.
Yep.
I like that. 27 seconds in the first period. Here at 125, Beatson of Great Bridge with a 2-1 deficit to Terry Peppers of Western Branch.
This match is being wrestled right in the middle of the cold streak that's hit us, and it may be cold outside, buddy, but it is heating up in this gym.
No
and
doubt.
And Great Bridge has it on afterburners. They are just putting distance between Western Branch and themselves. The last 2 matches since the Virginia duels, Great Bridge has scored 130 points in 2 matches to their opponent's 0.
Wow.
And up to this point, it's 143 points to their opponent's 0.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the deluge is coming on. Western Branch and Great Bridge both lose 2 tough matches in the Virginia duels, and both have rallied from that to put their teams together. And this is, I mean, the score here is no indication of how tight this match has been.
No way.
Except for at 112.
Right.
That's just a given at 112, just about the rest of the way through, that Sean Darnell is going to pretty much have it easy going through the Eastern region anyway.
2-1 the score, 1:38 to go in the second period.
Pepper's doing a good job just keeping Beatson from moving around. Almost a repeat of the 119 match. And let's see if Peppers can get his team back into it. They are trailing 13-0 with Great Bridge. Aaron Beatson wearing the green and gold, the same uniform he wore last year, same colors. He was at Cox High School, along with his brother, Hunter Beatson. And their father, Brian Beatson, in case you don't know, is a 3-time state champion and 2-time All-American.
Been a guest on our show before.
Yes, he is. Brian Beatson at Cox High School and at University of Oklahoma. The score is 2-0, where it's a new ball game. Peppers and Beatson.
2-2, Frank. It's all tied up. All new ball game. 47 seconds to go in the second.
Let's see if Peppers can put on the hot sauce here.
Ooh.
And heat up Just put some hot peppers into the action. Beatson just needs to keep the beat go on.
Oh, you're just too much, Frank. You're just too much.
Who's that guy for ESPN? It's the beat goes. Aaron, the beat goes on. Aaron, the beat goes on. The beat son.
Oh, there you go.
You like that? The beat son. Brian beat son. Aaron. How about that?
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Beat son.
10 seconds. All tied up at 2. Warning against Peppers there for stalling.
Well, and he was just backing and blocking, 6 seconds to go.
And there's the end of the second period. We'll go into the final period here at 1:25, all tied up at 2. An escape point for Peppers. Willfully given up by Beatson.
That's a half shot by Peppers that could put him in trouble. See him slap at the head and then just kind of real poor shot to the legs and it's put him in trouble. Beats him with a front headlock. Peppers countering by holding that elbow, kind of keeping Beatson in front of him. Let's see if the beat goes on here and scores any points.
1:23, time the clock stops.
And Peppers needs to heat things up a bit. He does have the lead.
Plenty of time here for these two wrestlers, a minute to go. But of course, a total of only 5 points scored the whole time. $50 seconds to go, and Peppers, he either scores or stays right there. Well,
Frank, Great Bridge never hesitates to give them the escape point, do they? If they to get the takedown. I mean, they were tied at 2, but they didn't hesitate thinking about the escape.
They didn't think they could turn him. So why waste time if you're not going to turn him? Let's get back on our feet and win it there on your feet or lose it on your feet. I mean, sometimes the magic works. You know, as they say, sometimes you eat the bear and sometimes the bear eats you. And
30 seconds.
The Bruins is a big bear in this situation.
$20 seconds. The Wildcats up 13-0.
That was an excellent call by the referee. 18 seconds to go, calls a stalemate, so somebody can have a chance to win this thing. Beatson, remember, he's been warned. Peppers has been warned for stalling.
10 seconds. Peppers up by 1, 3-2.
But he's dead center.
2-1. Peppers gets the first Western Branch victory of the match here at 1:25 with a 3-2 victory. And that'll make it 13-3 in favor of the Wildcats.
Well, we said that you have to have some unlikely heroes rise to the occasion. The first one, Terry Peppers upsets the number 2 ranked Aaron Beatson here at the 125-pound weight class. It gives Western Branch their first life and scores on the scoreboard, but they're still 10 points behind. For this to be any type of match, they need to come up. Let's see how Aaron's brother can do. Hunter, let's see if Hunter can get things going for Great Bridge.
And Jesse Tompkins.
Jesse, again, is going to have to pull up a big upset here. You're going to have to like Beatson in this situation.
Jesse's father, by the way, is the principal at the Chesapeake Center for Science and Technology.
Well, Jesse is going to need some scientific technology here to hang in.
No, I take that back. No, he's the principal at the alternative school. He used to be the
Well, he's going to need some alternative action here to try to keep Beatson at bay.
Frank is on a roll.
He is on a roll. He's a wizard of words today.
But no matter what happens, we're pulling for both these guys.
That's right, Frank. And we know that.
And I know that.
I know.
I know.
I'm not too sure, Frank.
Mickey's not too sure.
But all we can ever do is tell it like we see it, because this is the only thing we're looking at.
Frank, you like to tell it like it is.
Or tell it like it was if the match is over.
Frank doing his Aaron Neville impersonation.
That's right.
Okay. 1 minute to go in the first period. No score. 13-3. Wildcats up by 10.
Hunter seems to be the aggressor here with throwing some stuff, throwing some action, and but he's just not able to score. We appreciate everyone's calls and letters and everything you're doing. This kind of starts the bandwagon, the parade of wrestling here on Sports Beat 23. We'll be coming right back with you with the regional dual meets, then the Southeastern District Tournament, then the regional tournament, and then of course we have the state tournament, state dual meet worked in there somewhere.
A little blood from Jesse Tompkins. We see Dr. Gregory out there attending to him, our good friend.
Good friend and colleague. I think he might want to get on the mat. Get out
I think
there.
he might.
Yeah, he knows he's on camera,
That's right.
too.
With a little cork in his nose there.
Okay. He says, you're okay. No, I'm not.
All right, we're back to live action here, or taped action, depending on when you're watching it. 36 seconds to go here in the first period. 0-0 is the score, and they think they are not just quite ready yet.
.36 seconds, clock stopped, trying to get the blood up off the mat, being sure everything's safe. Mickey going to do his civic duty, Frank.
Get us some drinks.
That's right. It's warmed up in here.
It's warming up, and we're in down to. I'm still in a shirt and tie. Mickey's still in a shirt and tie, and Mickey's in his bathing trunks.
That's right.
Showing off his new physique. A nice flurry there. Great flurry.
No points awarded. Score still tied at 0. 10 seconds to go in this first period.
Nice high crotch. Beats it with his hips. Steps over the leg, and that's what I'm telling you. See, he stepped over the leg. Scores right at the buzzer.
He ends the second period, or rather the first period, with a 2-point takedown score. And that's the way we'll start the third period, second period. Isn't that the way it always works? He's going to let Beatson up.
Right. Well, he didn't do bad in the first period. Maybe he can get something happen for him. He did get some shots, and tell you what, though, Aaron is got very sneaky. This is Hunter. Excuse me. Hunter's got very sneaky hips. I mean, he's kind of can beat you with those hips and that length. Nice trip by Beatson. Inside trip, and it japs him back.
2 more takedown points for Hunter
and back
Beatson.
points. Referee's got 2 loaded up.
Makes it 5-0. And he's got 3 back points in his pocket at the moment.
3 back points, and he's going to turn them.
A minute 19 to work with, and that was a quick pin for Hunter Beatson. With a minute 18 to go in the second period. Hunter Beatson over Jesse Tompkins of Western Branch.
That makes the score 19-3 favor of Great Bridge. It's almost, we're still, Great Bridge, Western Branch still in this ball game here, but they're going to need to put some points up on the scoreboard, and as we get up in those middle weights, it weighs heavily towards Great Bridge. We're walking right into their strength.
Scott Dustin here from Great Bridge at 135, taking on Sean Sanderlin.
Nice shot by Sanderlin.
And there's 2 quick takedown points for Dustin.
Dustin, excuse me. Nice shot by Dustin. Mickey's back, and you're the real thing, baby.
Minute 36. Scott Dustin up by 2.
Dustin up by 2.
Hey, Mickey, while you were gone, you missed Hunter Beatson getting a pin.
I heard the crowd.
Did you?
Let me
It
write
kinda
that.
happened very-
Is that with a P?
Yeah, that would be P-I-N.
It kind of happened very quick after a very tight first period. Beatson gets the takedown at the buzzer. Then in the second period, gets the takedown and immediately just puts the whammy on him. And
So it's 19
Hunter gets
to
the
3.
ball.
Okay. Scoreboard was wrong.
Beatson's going to let him up, and that'll make it 2-1 about halfway through the first period. Second period. So 2-1 right now. Dustin over Sanderlin. This is the first period. There's 2 more points for Scott Dustin to make it 4-1. Down to 35 seconds. Scott Dustin up by 3. He's working on Sean Sanderlin.
Dustin with a half and a hook. See them got that leg hook?
Right.
It kind of works both ways. You can use that offensively, and or you could get your leg trapped like you did just then. But he's still not in bad shape. Now he's got the leg working for him. Handling.
2 points for Sanderlin on the reversal.
All right.
And that'll make it 4-3 in favor of Scott Dustin. And there's a caution. Caution green.
No, that's
What's that?
choice.
Oh, choice.
That's C.
I was going to say.
You have to do something wrong to get caught.
That's what I thought. That's what I was going to ask. Because I didn't think he did anything wrong.
No.
So it's a C choice and it's C caution.
Right.
Oh, okay.
They both start C.
Yes, that's right.
You're English. You teach English, right?
Yeah, I do. Occasionally. I've been known
That's
to.
a grammar check then.
That's right. Actually, it's a mechanics check, but that's all right. 151.
Dustin trying to convert to a roll. He's got his wrist. He's just trying to get watch his knees. Their knees are on the mat. Nothing's going to happen. He's going to post his hand, just step behind him. Oh, nice, and nothing happens. He kind of took his shot a little bit too soon there before he should have got his takedown first. He went for broke there. Dustin's still winning. He doesn't have enough pressure. Let's see if he can convert that. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Sean Sanderlin will be on top to begin this little set of activity. 1:14 to go in the second period.
There's Sanderlin trying again to get that roll. Watch his knees, if we can see his knees. Watch Sanderlin's knees. We got a great shot for you there. Watch his knees. Now you see him post up. That means he's going to get his knees off the mat. Try to sit through on a roll. But see, Sanderlin's got his Nope. Now he's going to try a Wayne's roll. Nope. Wayne's roll, but he doesn't have a wrist, so he can't do that. And here's a spladle, but his leg's back. He's not going to get that. Now he's going to sit up, sit under, get another roll-related move. Somewhat of a stalemate here. That's a stalemate.
31 seconds to go in the second period.
Let's see what happens here.
Terry Perdue calling for a stalemate. And the referee finally agreed.
That was a good call. He should have probably called it well before then. And what that did, though, well, they're still in the second period, so they're in good shape. And he just does a roll.
There's an escape point for Scott Dustin. Make it 5-3.
Right, 5-3 by Dustin. Western Branch is pretty well. I could pretty well tell you that this match is going to be out of reach here soon if Western Branch doesn't win a match. They've got to win a match right in here, and that'll only give them 6 points. See what happens.
Takes down, will be down, and Scott Dustin's going to let him up. Make it 5-4 to begin the third period.
That'll be interesting. Sandilan's not bad on his feet. We'll see what happens. He's kind of being a little too aggressive. He's walking right into a shot. He's going too far forward, too fast. See that? Just a straight walking into him. High crotch. See, he just walked into him. It wasn't really good. Really wasn't good motion by Sandilan. And a high crotch, and he converts the takedown.
2 points for Scott Dustin makes it 7-4. With 136 to wrestle. Here at 135.
He cuts him loose, and he's got a nice position there if he brings his head up higher and sits. But got to bring his head, and now he's locked in the crotch. He went the wrong way.
2 takedown points now for Sandilan.
He's got to either cuts him loose or turns him here to win.
That's gonna tie it up at 7.
7 all. 7 all. One minute to go. Let's see what Purdue does to win it. He rides him out. Remember what happened in that stalemate. They went out of bounds, then Dustin immediately gets a roll and wins.
Right.
And this is, you got to cut him out. Now there, 43 seconds is a long way to hold him.
.30 seconds. Dustin pulls his head out, and he gets the 2 points, and they get 9-7.
He's got his leg trapped, so he can't move his hips. 19 seconds to go. It turned out that they should have cut him loose.
Sandilan checks the clock.
They got him.
5 seconds.
Nope, he's rolled. He's got a half on him.
Well, he's going to win this match. 1. That's it. Scott Dustin comes out a victor, 9-7. And that's going to make it 22-3 in favor of the Wildcats. Headed into 140, where David Todd will take on Marco Hernandez. David Todd ranked 3rd in the area.
(22-3). I see the fat lady moving into the gym. She's walking up to the top row.
Hey, I'd like to say congratulations to Richard Hutt,
Right.
and to Barry Compton, both of them fathers recently.
That's good.
Baby boys.
Baby boys. Well, that's great. We're proud of those guys for getting their GEDW. What is it called when you get out of high school?
Oh, GED.
Yeah. Just a joke. It was a joke. Just kidding. Just a, you know, it's like a father joke, you know?
Okay.
Just kidding. It was just kidding. I was a joke.
Yeah.
Everyone is laughing here at the table.
That's
Let's
right.
get back to the important things, and that is the 140-pound weight class.
That's right. Where we'll see David Todd at Great Bridge and Marco Hernandez at Western Branch. No score with 140 to go in the first period. Barely underway.
Is the heart and souls and guts these kids put into this, we all want to keep into perspective. It's still just a game, and it is all great fun.
Oh, yes, no doubt. It's all great fun.
We just like to make it sound important.
That's right. Well, because then we wouldn't have anything to do on a
That's
Saturday
what
afternoon.
it would. Wife would be making me clean up.
Yes.
Have to clean my room before I can go out.
I'd be taking a nap.
That's right. Or would you just be getting out of bed?
Well, no, I would be up by this point. Probably.
He'd be taking a nap, and then the students would wake him up till the period was over.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
22-3, the team score here at the 140-pound weight class. We're in the first period.
And there's a stalling warning for Marco Hernandez.
Oh, nice duck under by Todd. Todd looks the bigger of the two here.
Doesn't look the more muscular of the two, especially in his upper body.
Right. Now,
Pretty tenacious out there, though.
very tenacious. Just keep in mind here, the 22-3 is the score, and at 171, the Western Branch didn't have anyone. I don't know if they're going to forfeit or not, but things could go very quick.
I think they're going to move Mickey Irving up a couple weight classes and put him in at 171.
I wish it was a couple weight classes.
But then again, Richie Babb is right on weight and will be wrestling here in the upper weight classes.
Yeah. I'm afraid I'd still have to wrestle Charles Howe.
Opposed to the way upper weight classes that he used to be.
Well, that's right. At least they'll let me out there now.
Nice shot. Tell you what, Hernandez, is that?
Yeah, Hernandez.
Hernandez he's got some tenacity to him.
He does.
And
you should see him on a football field.
And in this situation, you got to look at Todd as the technician of the two.
Yeah.
Although he physically looks bigger. And he's going to be, now when they get to the mat, watch for Todd to throw his legs. He's a great leg man.
10 seconds, 9-8-7.
That's just not a good shot there. The guy was already out of bounds. Now, he was so far out of bounds, he almost took down a pom-pom.
Stevie Martin just kicked back, Nick. And boy, big things going on here. Coach Terry Purdue upset. There's a 3-0 lead right now for David Todd. What's he yelling about?
See,
Frank?
what he's doing is, look, he's showing him that the guy was out of bounds. Watch Terry's feet. But if you get him Terry's feet, yeah, he was showing him that he was out of bounds, but he didn't have weight forward. And he put a
warning
first warning on Purdue. He's getting a little frustrated. I mean, he lost some matches, and it kind of builds up on you. And I kind of agree with him that was, again, another close call that went against him. Fernandez didn't help himself there, but the rule says that you have to have on your feet, even if you're behind the guy, you don't get a takedown. You have to bring your weight forward and on his hand. So technically, according to the textbook rule, that was not a takedown. But the referee might have saw something there that we didn't. I said that as diplomatically as I could.
Yes, you did. I was quite impressed, as a matter of fact. 140-pound weight class, 125 to go into the second period. David Todd of Great Bridge up 3-0.
And I do want to add that both wrestlers did an excellent job.
Both of them.
And it's quite obvious that the Southeastern District has some tough teams.
Oh, yeah.
That means locking hands. So at the referee, he's got somebody lock their hands. They don't see it, and they're waiting to see what happens.
Marco Hernandez would be awarded 1 point because David Todd locked his hands.
Technical violation, right. He just wanted to see, when you lock your hands, you don't want to stop the match immediately. You want to give the guy a chance to get the reversal.
Right.
So some guys will lock their hands so you don't get the reversal. So they successfully beat you. Hell, I'll give you 1 point so you don't reverse me and put me on my back.
No doubt.
3-2 is the score.
Yeah, there's an escape point for Hernandez.
Making this interesting here.
Right. Inside a minute.
Now that 2-point takedown that Purdue was arguing about now is coming back to haunt.
Oh, no doubt. Coach Terry Purdue's blood pressure medicine working overtime today. I'm just kidding. I don't know if he really takes blood pressure medicine or not.
He may have to.
He may. Maybe, yeah, that's right.
And again, we're saying there's nothing wrong with blood pressure.
No. I used to take it myself.
That would be the politically correct thing to say.
We're not saying there's anything wrong with anything.
.23 seconds. David Todd with Marco Hernandez's left leg held on, holding on to that leg pretty tightly.
That was interesting. Coach Purdue was so close to the situation, and he was tapped the guy on the shoulder and pointed to where he's supposed to go. Say, Hernandez, over here. Now, if Coach Martin was over there, he would have been able to equally have done the same thing.
That's right.
Hernandez in deep
9
Todd, and see if he can convert. Yes.
There's a takedown point for Marco Hernandez. Make that 2 takedown points. It'll be 4-3 at the end of the second period.
I think Todd got hurt there. Nope, he seems to be okay. I think Todd doesn't really want to let him go here, but he will. He's a good soldier.
Right, that'll That'll make it 5-3 in favor of Marco Hernandez.
Todd had a really gutty performance in the Virginia duel against Mark Getz, number 3 in Pennsylvania, and he lost the match, but a great performance. It was 4-2 against one of the best kids in the country.
I'm sorry I missed that. They say Nazareth is...
Nazareth was a dominating team in Pennsylvania, but Great Bridge wrestled a really outstanding gutty performance.
Minute 38 to go now in the third period. 5-3 in favor of Hernandez. He really can't do that, can he? No, I guess he can.
You can figure 4 the head, but you can't scissor the head.
Oh, okay, that's right.
But you can't figure 4 the body, but you can scissor the body.
Isn't that something? Boy, I learned something new every
really
day.
cutting the fine line between the two.
What is the difference between a figure 4 and a scissor?
Well, figure 4, if everybody is in front of the TV, this is the question number 2. Put your arms up like a touchdown. Take your right hand and put it over into your armpit. That is a 4. But
that would be your armpit. That would be your
situation. Right.
Right. And the scissors?
And the scissors is you just cross your hand to hand, and that is a scissors.
Thank you very much.
Now,
Inside a minute, 2 takedown points for David Todd will tie things up at 5.
That's true. That's true. Ties it all up. So Coach Martin's strategy was correct. Now they're going to keep him down and try to ride him out.
No, he's going to let him go.
He's going to cut him go, cut him loose.
And there's a takedown point for Hernandez. That gives him a 1-point lead, 6-5.
Now Hernandez is the athlete here, and Todd is the technician. That's how we're going to build this particular match.
Okay.
So technique here and savvy has got to be in Todd's favor, and there he goes. That's just, no, but he comes through. The athlete comes through.
Hernandez with 2 takedown points here, or reverse with those takedown points. It's 9-5, or make that 8-5 in his favor with 22 seconds to go.
19 seconds.
Western Branch on the edge here of their second victory of the day. 10 seconds to go now in the third and final period. Gonna get some back points here. Working on the pin, but only 2 seconds. 1. That's it. That's the end of the 140-pound weight match.
David Todd, that's 2 ranked wrestlers that have now been beaten. Todd, the technician of the 2, gets just out-hustled there right at the end. And that gives, again, puts a little more life. And 22 points is not enough points to win this match.
And here's the Piranha, Michael Harper.
The Piranha, I like that.
Taking on Jason Howell of Western Branch. At 145, Michael Harper is the number 2 ranked wrestler in the area.
The Piranha, Michael Harper, just a sophomore. We'll see him swim around for many years to come.
That's right.
What do swimmers do? They kind of troll for their bait, right?
That's right.
Yeah. And Harper, a real great athlete. I mean, you can just tell that he's got some wonderful things ahead of him in the future, and he just needs to learn more wrestling, you know, and I'm sure that he will do that. Now, Jason Howell is not bad himself, and he's getting some good positioning. Now, you got to watch Harper, though, because he finishes things late, like that.
There's 2 takedown points for Harper.
And he's trying to do a cradle. He's got such great reach. He's ranked number 2 in the area, but he just pinned Lupton from Oscar Smith when I ref that particular match.
Oh, that's right.
Right, I left that match, and he just pinned the number 1 ranked guy, so technically, he is the number 1 ranked guy in the area.
That's right. And might add that Jason Howell just got an escape point to make it 2-1 in favor of Michael Harper with a minute to go in the first.
And here comes Howell, nice positioning. Watch the hook, see the hook on the leg? See the hook on the leg? Now he doesn't have a takedown yet. See that? It's just, he's got to take him to the mat. He's got to take him to the mat.
And Michael Harper
takedown.
has good lower body strength there. He's got good legs. It's not going to be easy to take him down that way.
He's got to put weight on his hands. Now and he doesn't score anything. No score. Now that is textbook no takedowns. Now, he was saying that the same thing happened over here, but there was a different official on the mat at the time, calling the points at the time. Now, that hurt. But he had good positioning.
21 seconds to go in the first. It's 2-1 in favor of Michael Harper of Great Bridge.
I tell you what, there was a wrestler that wrestled for Granby High School years ago named Parker, who has passed away, and he was a state champ at Granby High School, and this guy is a carbon of Harper. I mean, just long arms, great athleticism. And I believe they're at the same weight.
2-1. That's the end of the first period. And the score 2-1 in favor of Michael Harper. Michael Harper chooses to go down as...
kind of sound the same too, don't they? Harper and Parker.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Tell you what, if he was with the Martins, Mr. Martin, and see what they can do. Jason Howell, though, is hanging in there tough. Well, let's just call him the #1 ranked guy in the area right now. Remember, Great Bridge, I think, has, what, 7 or 8 or 9 ranked wrestlers. But Western Branch has
8, has 3.
Has 3. The one of the 2 that are ranked guys, one of the 3 that Western Branch has lost.
Right.
And 2 of the Western Great Bridge's ranked guys have lost.
Right.
So, like I said, unlikely heroes are stepping forward here.
And like you said also, throw out the paperwork, throw out the rankings and all those things coming into this match.
You give Western Branch back that couple of those real close ones, and they're right in it.
Is that a warning against Jason Howell?
That's a warning against Red, which you believe is the home team.
Yeah, it is. 1:19 to go now in the second period. 2-1. Michael Harper still ahead. Now they have 4-1 on the reversal.
And that's that leverage that, oh, good. And the reversal
and
again.
And now Howell reverses him for 2 more points, and that'll make it 4-3 in favor of Michael Harper with 1:05 to go in the second period.
Jason Howell just going tit for tat with Harper here. I tell you something that Harper needs to watch out for. Sometimes he delays in making a move. He gets in a halfway situation and delays in making the move. Now, it's Howell's responsibility.
And there's 1 point given to Michael Harper. Terry Purdue not happy about that.
Howell has to, they hit Howell for not taking him to the mat, but Harper also has to try to get away, so it's a tough call in there.
Terry Purdue having a few words to say to the official.
Right, and that's 5-3. He does a standing turn in.
41 seconds to go now in the second. Advantage is still Howell.
Now, kind of a that was a late call there. I mean, that call was kind of whistle happy there. One wrestler was absolutely in bounds. Harper was in bounds, but that happens. You're there and you're refereeing. You're like pulling a rubber band as tight as you can, and something happens. And the safety of the referees, the wrestlers, is always first in your mind.
And there's another stone point against Howell, given to Harper. Purdue's not real happy about that, and I can kind of see where he's coming from. 6-3 the score now.
That's because he didn't take him to the mat fast enough in the referee's mind.
But what advantage does that give Howell?
Well, it just gives him that should be an escape.
Second period ends with the 6-3 lead for Harper.
Chris Smith and Steve Martin up off the bench, they want the 1 point for the escape at the end.
Well, this delay, I guess, doesn't help. It helps Purdue a little bit to tell him some strategy to tell towards his wrestler. And their guys are asking for, let me see, asking for the escape, but they didn't get it.
Oh, he's going to ask. And there's an escape point right there for Harper. That's going to make it 7-3.
Again, all the breaks seem to be going
Great Bridge's way, no doubt.
right.
A lot of people don't like that. And they all would be wearing blue, I believe.
Pretty good coaching move, though, by Chris Smith and Stephen Martin to come over and get the point.
Well, when you're coaching, you're trying to exploit anything you can, and that's your job. It's if they weren't coming over, they wouldn't be doing their job. And just the same for Coach Perdue. It's his job to be sure that the other team doesn't exploit every possibility.
Right.
So it's constantly a give and take situation. The Harper's only loss, I believe, this year has been in the Deep Creek Tournament Finals. He was pinned. And such got the name Piranha.
Right. And he's just a sophomore, as we pointed out earlier. 117 to go in the match. Michael Harper up by 4.
In the match with Nazareth, he lost by a point and was winning most of the match and just lost it right at the end. So he had a gutty performance against the number 2 ranked team in the country.
No doubt.
Quite admirable.
No
Let's
doubt.
see here what Western Branch can do, losing 7-3 here in the 3rd period with 1:06 to go. 2 points scored on stalling. The next stalling point is 2 points. Goes 1-1-2. Then next is disqualification.
Is that right?
Right.
That's pretty strong.
Well,
And then you get
right.
6 points for disqualification.
right, and it goes concurrently with penalty points. So if you
Right.
lock your hands, you get hit for stalling. You lock your hands again, it's 2. Then you get hit for stalling again. Match is over. Right.
We have never had 3 stalls in a television match, ever.
26 seconds to go in the 3rd. That's a long time.
Ever is a long time.
Ever is a long time. 12 seconds. 10. Michael Harper trying to get some more points here, and he will get some back points. He'll get 2 back points out of that. That'll make it 9-3. That's a 6-point win for Michael Harper and the Wildcats. That'll make it 25-6 in favor of Great Bridge. And Coach Terry Perdue has a little question for the official. Wants a little clarification, perhaps.
How about a scoring recap?
Let's have a scoring
How would
recap.
you like that?
I would love to have one.
Jimmy Hawthorne opens up with an impressive 6-5 win over Lee Butler to give Great Bridge the 3-0 lead. Darnell gets a pin at 112. And the big 119 match, Carl Perry defeats Chris Viola 11-3. Aaron beats and loses 3-2 to Terry Peppers in a good performance. And that made the score 13-3 Great Bridge. Hunter beats and pins at 130 to make it 19-3. Scott Dustin wins 9-7 over Sanderland to make it 22-3. At 140, David Todd loses to Marco Hernandez 11-5, 22-6. And you just saw the 145. We're at 152 now.
That's right. We're at the 152 match. Frank Smith over Corey Boswell.
Right. Frank Smith being real physical here, doing a head bob and a head push. And Ray Bowser seems to be talking to him about that. And then there's a nice duck under, but he's relentlessly going after Corey Boswell. See what he's able to do here.
Scores 2-1 in favor of
Nice
Frank Smith.
jab double.
Make that 4-1. He gets a takedown earlier. Boswell gets an escape, and now another takedown for Frank Smith. If he can't do anything here, expect him to let Boswell up again.
He's going to go for this arm bar here. Little tilt. See you later. 45 seconds to go. He doesn't have it correctly, so he's in good shape. That's a double arm bar which
3
is
back points
no
for Frank
fun.
Smith.
The no fun Hun move.
Yeah. 7-1 in favor of Frank Smith
That quickly, just in the first period.
Hey, in case you're wondering, Frank, we're on Channel 23 Mondays at 4. We're
right.
on Thursdays at 7.
Wait a minute.
And
And
we're
you
on
say
Saturdays
Mondays at 4, so right when I come home from school, I can watch the
That's
match.
right. Right when you come home from working on your GED,
Okay.
you can watch it. Then Thursdays at 7.
Wait a minute. You say right after dinner?
Right after dinner.
Right after you push the French fries away for the second time.
That's right. That's right. And then Saturdays at noon, just as soon as you get up.
You stole my line.
I know it. I know it. Had to do it. So, Frank, now I've got a quiz for you.
Sure.
What day is our Monday broadcast? What day can our Monday broadcast be seen?
Well, it's on at 4 o'clock.
That's right. What day?
It's on the day after Sunday.
That's right. That would be our Monday broadcast can be seen on Monday, which is the day after the Sunday sports special.
That Mike Fabrizio does it. Frank asked him what day it was
That's
on.
right. Exactly right. 2 minutes
He
to go.
tried to tell me it was on the Sunday show was on Tuesday. I didn't call it.
I know it. I knew you were too smart for that.
Mike Fabrizio at the Virginia Duels did a great job. Wonderful guy. Used to wrestle.
Did he?
Yep. Did good.
He looks
did well,
like a
too.
wrestler.
He did. Nice guy. Really loves the sport.
9-2 in favor of Frank Smith right now.
If you get a
25.
chance, the Tidewater Amateur Sports is on in Chesapeake, and they will be carrying some reports from our telecast over the next few weeks. So we want to just check your local listings or when they're on. Anybody that's likes wrestling, we like them, and they're going to be doing some coverage of using the footage from our shows. So we like those guys, and give them a plug when you can.
Look at this, 10-2 in favor of Frank Smith right now.
10-2 in the second period. He's got to look. He's looking for that TF,
Yeah,
which stands for technical fall.
right.
Not
For all of
tough
those
Frankfurters.
Who don't have your GED.
No, that's right. For those of you who don't have your GED.
Another takedown.
Like
12-2.
like I said, the fat lady just went up another step.
Yeah, she's tuning up. She's spraying that stuff in her mouth.
Really, she did. At the moment, they made her leave after that one match with Hernandez. But even at 28-6, 28 to, well, this will put it in the 28 if they get it. Still not enough points to win, but they'd have to get some pins to pin out the win, and it's not going to happen today.
We know we got a good match coming up at heavyweight. B.J. Baker and Charles Houck had a great match over at the Hornet Classic earlier this year.
Right, and we got Checkmate getting ready to come up. Checkmate against Allrad, right?
Yeah, we don't know who's going to wrestle at 171 for Western Branch.
15-3 score right now. Smith over Boswell.
Looks like no one, because they've only got 2 guys warming up. That's the 89-pounder.
That's Tony Hall, 189.
And the second period, if Frank Smith gets 2 more points, make it 17-3. Golly gee.
Did you say 17?
Yes, 17-3.
Wow. I think he's going for leading scorer tonight. Let's take a quick check.
Well, that's interesting. The score is 17-3, but Purdue decided to take top. They cut him loose, that's why.
Well, Sean Darnell had 23 before he got his pin, so...
Sean Darnell, by the way, was the last guy to get a pin for Great Britain.
Wait a minute. No.
See what he did? You know what they did? That was
that's
smart.
Wrong. No, that's wrong. Hunter Beatson was the last guy to get a pin for the Wildcats.
They cut him loose to give him the technical fall to avoid getting a pin, which was the right thing to do.
So it's a technical fall for the Wildcats. The fans are a little upset.
What's he saying?
All right, 171.
What's he doing?
He's forfeited. He's going to forfeit at 60 and move his 60-pounder up to 71.
Ooh, to take on Josh Fannin.
Right.
So Billy Allred will receive a forfeit unless Coach Purdue is going to get somebody out of the closet.
It looks like he's going for the guy in the closet.
I've never seen this happen before.
He's going into the locker room.
He's going to look, you know what? He's coming out with Barney. He's bringing out Barney.
Well, let's get the ref right over here and ask him what the situation is. What?
5 minutes to put him on the mat.
He's got 5 minutes to put him on the mat. So
Coach Purdue is back.
5 minutes to put him on the mat. So
get ready, Frank. You're going.
5 minutes, so they're warming their guy up. Apparently, they're warming their guy up. They've only weighed in the... That seems to be the situation here. Let's get Coach Ray Bousman over here. Hey, Ray.
Hey, Ray.
Hey, Ray, come here for a minute.
Hey, you can call me Ray.
All right, what seems to be the situation here?
Choice in this period, the second period, have to put their man on the mat first. He has 5 minutes to put his man on the mat, and then we wrestle. If not, it's a forfeit.
All right, you heard it right from the ref, right from live action. We're bringing you here that, and Coach Purdue's coming over here.
There's Frank. Frank, snap out of it.
Looks like there's even more action going on here.
There is. There's tons of action going on here.
And I'll try to keep you posted on it.
Yeah, why are they allowed to have 5 minutes? Maybe you better explain that.
They didn't hear you.
Oh, I know what they're going to do.
I told you.
Oh, see, they can't move their guy up. So what they'll do is this. If they flip the coin, well, this is just my theory of what's going on here. What I think is happening is this, and I got Paul White next to me. We're all interested. It's a flip of the coin. Who's supposed to put their guy out first, right? Everybody listening? So if it's Great Bridge's turn to put his guy out first, he delays, and then the match is automatically forfeit because he hasn't shown anyone. So he's gotten around the flip of putting his guy out first. The match is forfeited. Then he moves checkmate up to 160 to wrestle Phantom. So that's what happens. So they're trying to avoid putting his guy out on the mat at all. But it looks like here someone comes out of the locker room.
It's Barney. Oh, no.
And they're throwing a JV guy out on the mat against Allrad to move up their guy. Now, what this is called MOT.
What's that?
Meat on the table. Right here.
Ooh.
So they put out, so what he's done is he got a JV guy. He has to weigh in. So the guy has weighed in.
Well, I don't think he's over 171.
No, I don't think so.
Or 160.
We'll see.
Does anybody know who this is?
No.
See, I told you Coach Purdue would come up with something exciting here, and what he's trying to do is to keep checkmate away from Allrad for another day. In other words, the district tournament. And it's not, I mean, the match is out of control now. It's 30-6, so that's what he's looking at down the road, the district or regional. So that's the strategy behind it. And hey, I knew that there's something exciting would come here. But let's see if we can find out who this is.
This is Sean Branch for Western Branch.
Sean Branch.
Sean Branch.
And they forfeit.
And now he
forfeit. You see what they did then? You see what they did? Did everybody see what happened?
No.
They shook hands. He stopped the match. They forfeited the match, which locked in Allrad to be on the mat. So, but the flip of the coin, Western Branch had to put their guy out on the mat.
Oh.
See, and they put another guy out there, but didn't tip their hand to Great Bridge to the last possible second. So Great Bridge couldn't retaliate, put another guy in, and move Allrad up. Did everybody follow that?
Yeah, I got you.
That's question number 7, 8, 9 on your television.
Okay, that's good. It's 36-6 after that. We're at 171, where Josh Fannin will wrestle Brian Luster.
All right, here we go. Checkmate against Phantom. Let's see what happens. Checkmate. There's Phantom. He's a strong guy, so checkmate is in. He's got some height on him.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, so I tell you, I always like height. Always like height.
The word that comes to me when you see Josh Fannin is balance.
Yeah, balance.
No part of his body is tremendously bigger than the rest. He is just all around physically sound.
I like him. He looks like a tugboat to me. Tugboat Phantom. I like that. Tugboat. You know, just solid, firm, coming right at you. Checkmate against tugboat. I like that.
I like
You need a tugboat. We were in the Tidewater Metropole. A lot of, tugboat. That's what it looks like to me.
Okay, I'll take that. Tugboat.
Take that?
Yeah.
Tugboat.
It's okay.
Tugboat Phantom. Or the Phantom Tugboat. Either way.
Either way.
We'll work on that. Everything can be changed.
That's right. Nothing's in stone.
Nothing's in stone.
Brian Luster for Western Branch at 171 usually wrestles 160, but after Western Branch worked it so Billy Allred couldn't be moved around.
See, the thing about Checkmate, he can't like get himself stretched out here.
49 seconds left in the first period. No score. Great Bridge up 36.
Thinking more about that, the guy would have had to have weighed at least 152.
Right.
To weigh in at 170. You just can't go, I'm sticking this guy out here.
Right.
So he had to have weighed him in. So Terry might have weighed in a trillion guys. And he wasn't in the introduction, which was part of the game. So he didn't put him out on the mat to introduce it, which would give the disguise that, hey, the guy's not going to be in the situation.
Right.
So as crazy as all this seems, it's all well calculated.
Makes sense, yeah.
Right. I did that once.
15 seconds.
We were at Bethel. I didn't weigh a guy in until halfway through the JV match and told the JV coach, assistant coach, who didn't tell the varsity coach. So when the match came, here's this other guy on the bench, which threw everyone off and worked in our favor. We took the people out of their match plan. Of course, the match was still close at that time. We went on to win it, but this is more down the road for the district and regionals.
Now they may meet at least two more times, Frank,
maybe
possibly.
more.
So is this? I mean, what's going to happen at 171 then?
Maybe they'll have another guy. I mean, Coach Purdue has done crazier things. He's pulled guys out of the halls and won for him. Now, no doubt the match is over, 36-6. It's also no doubt the Great Bridge is the dominant, and I'll underline that 3 or 4 times, the dominant team in our region. And obviously, they will be the top-seeded team and the team to beat in the region and dual meet state championships. The question is will Western Branch be there? Because the teams on their side of the bracket could be Lake Taylor and Cox, and both are very good. Very, very good.
Fannin gets one escape point here to make it 1-0 with 1:49 to go. And the clock's not moving.
Clock's not working.
Oh, Frank.
Clock's not working.
Frank just took a dive. He's okay.
There's 2 points right there for Fannin.
Well, you talk about people being upset. They're getting ready to be upset right now.
Yeah, they are that.
Frank's got it under control. He's over at the scores table.
What do you guys do? Clock's not moving, you don't even notice.
Terry, about 12 seconds. About 12 seconds.
I think it's a little more than that.
Nah, it's about 12.
Think so?
Yeah.
Hey, no, me.
I want to thank the people in the stands that saw that. These people here saw it. They told me, I told them, and I think it was about 12 seconds. 12, anybody?
I'd say exactly 12, Frank.
Frank, once again, as usual.
You're wrong.
You're
Okay.
wrong.
Yeah.
I know.
He's not talking to us anyway.
Yeah, we say 12. I got it from Mr. Woodhouse up there in the stands. He says 12.
That's fine.
I says 12. They dig down 12.
Hey, that's fine.
12 seconds. 12 seconds. Was not run off the clock. Let it run off 12 seconds.
They already did. It's down to 1:30. Down. Okay.
Now, what happens in that situation? We said 12, but it's really arbitrary. The coaches agree, and it's a mutual between them.
There's 1 more point, or 1 point total.
And it turned out that the scorekeeper did cut the clock on. It was just a technical difficulty with the apparatus.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Now what's the problem?
Injury time.
Oh, injury timeout. Well, Luster does get 1 point to make it 3-1 right now. Fannin maybe got poked in the eye.
I'm glad that you noticed that clock stop.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, it just seemed odd.
So this match could have been on forever.
That's right. 1:20 to go now. 3-1 the score in favor of Fannin of Great Bridge.
Well, an exciting match here. We had some real exciting things. A great match at 103, and then the upset. I guess you want to call it an upset. The rematch too. And I tell you what, both guys probably don't take it tough if they lose. It's whoever wins in the statement.
Right. Yeah.
That's
right.
the most important one.
Inside a minute in the second period. Close, low-scoring match thus far. Not a whole lot of action.
Phantom coming up the top here, 3-1. And again, checkmate is can't get too spread out.
Hey, how come
on the
you guys
shot.
call him that?
Well, that's his name.
He's the president of the chess club.
That's
or the
right.
vice president.
And he makes all the right moves.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Yeah, right. 23 seconds to go in the second period. It's 3-1.
And he has a line of clothing called Chess King. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. I've seen that. Wow. Well, why is he wrestling?
Because he makes all the right moves.
Financial difficulty.
Yeah, no doubt. I've seen those clothes.
Nice duck, but he waits a little too long to finish it off. It's way too long to finish it off.
I'm just kidding. I have no idea what
He's got to
those
get that
clothes
far
are.
ankle. He's got to pull
3
out.
seconds. Ooh, with 1 second left, go out of bounds, return to the middle, and the Phantoms up 3-1.
Well, Coach Perdue might have picked the right, made the right move himself here, because the last time that Allrad and Checkmate wrestled, Allrad dominated the match. So this one seems a bit closer. Now that's going to make it 3-2.
Phantom to let him up. That's right, and it will make it 3-2. As we're just on the way into third period.
Tugboat against Checkmate. He looks like kind of a tugboat.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
I like that. Tugboat. Well, some new nicknames have been born tonight. Hawk, Tugboat. Of course, you knew about Checkmate, Mr. Cool. The Piranha, that's new tonight. The Piranha.
Well, Richie didn't even use Marco Polo Hernandez.
No, I know. No, that flopped so hard in football season, I
I
decided.
like Marco Polo Hernandez. I like that. I
You like that?
Yeah, I do. I like that. Works for the guy in ESPN, you know.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Marco Polo Hernandez. And there's Checkmate trying to make the right move here. Does Western Branch have new uniforms?
They do have new uniforms. First time we've seen them.
That's smart. Coach Perdue tried to break them out. I like that the legs are a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see a trend of the guys going to longer legs. Give them a little bit more of a support.
3-2. Bannon still up by 1. 45 seconds. (36-16) score. Frank, any surprises for you thus far?
Oh, been a bunch of them. I wasn't surprised the matches were close at 103, 125. I was surprised at 119 because not that I wasn't surprised that Perry can win. I was surprised that no Phantom
2 points for
steps
Phantom.
over.
7 seconds.
That's
though.
a 5-point move right there. That's it.
No back points. That's the end of the period. That's the end of the match.
That put,
Bannon wins 5-3 over Luster. And now we're at 189. Joey Guth against Tony Hall of Western Branch. Joey Guth rated number 1 in the area. Oh no. No, sorry.
Yeah, I think these guys have tackled each other in the football field before, haven't they?
Oh no. Yes, I believe they have seen one another on the
Isn't
gridiron.
Hall a running back?
Yeah, he's been known to do that.
And isn't Guth a linebacker?
Yeah, he's been known to do that too. Yes, he has.
So these guys
That's right.
have made contact before.
Yes, they have.
I think Tony Hall played some defense,
but they've shed all that protective clothing, and now it's down to just them.
And they're not running 20 miles an hour at each other. What'd you say?
I think Tony Hall played defense.
Yeah, I think Tony Hall played defense also. I'm really not sure.
He's got a linebacker stance.
Where am I?
Hall does. Now,
Look at the legs on Tony
the
Hall.
book on Guth is he does a great job and then kind of overextends himself during the match sometimes. So, I mean, he could be winning and putting, you know, he wrestles with reckless abandon, which is good and bad.
Tony Hall, is he ranked number 1? Is that what my notes say? He's
Yes.
ranked number 1 in the area,
Right.
189.
Right.
He's a muscular guy.
And is Guth ranked at all? No.
These are two of the more, these are two of the better physiques you'll see at 189.
Heavyweight should be fun.
Oh yeah.
That should be a whole new ball game. Last time they wrestled, it was won in overtime by fall, but that was no indication. It could have been won throughout the whole match either way.
Well, pretty much a lock for the Wildcats now.
Yeah, it's pretty well over with, and like we said earlier, this match was going to be very close, and this match very easily could have been very close. And what would happen tonight, the ball that breaks went Great Bridge's way, but then it goes from a real close match to the opposite direction, and it's just a full-blown blowout no matter what happens in these last two weight classes. Even if they won by fall by Western Branch, Great Bridge dominates it, wins its I don't know how many district championships in a row, but goes ahead and captures the district dual meet championship with an unbeaten season, finishes the year 14-1 on its march to the regional dual meet championship next weekend. And I think that will be at, is it at Great Bridge High School?
I don't know.
I'm not quite sure where it's at, but Lake Taylor, look
Perhaps,
at,
yeah, maybe.
said Lake Taylor possibly.
First period ends with no score.
Just check your papers. Some also great matches that are coming up. You've got the junior high school tournament. We would like for you guys to go out and support the junior high down at the middle school. That'll be exciting. Some stars of the future from across the city will be there, and they get a great attendance there, and the coaches do a great job. Guth trying to do a roll, but stuffed. No points though.
Stevie Martin counting down. I'm not sure why. Inside a minute and a half in this first period at 189. Wildcats locked it up 39-6 as the team score. There's a takedown, rather an escape point for Joey Guth.
Believe me, this won't be the only score of this match. So 1-0 is just a temporary an illusion.
Something like that.
Something, however you say it.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to spell it.
Okay, yeah.
Please, no letters about our pronunciation.
Inside a minute to go.
At least we're trying,
In
right?
the first period, yes, that's right. Guth up by 1.
Here we go. What's this, in our third year now? Is this our third year, guys?
This is the third year Frank's been here. We
Third
covered
year
a
Frank.
couple of wrestling matches the
Yeah.
year before.
It's our
Great
third
Bridge.
year in our new expanded
There you
lineup.
go.
New expanded format.
We used to have a wide away, but then Richie lost all that weight, so we're just expanded.
That's right. There's more room for you guys in the
That's right.
picture.
That's right. A lot more room in the booth.
A lot more. And all they got to do now is build us a booth.
That's right.
Russian, see that Russian? That's a Russian. 2 arms on 1. See that? Everybody pay attention. Question number 7. 2 on 1 in a standing position off to the side. It's called a Russian.
Tony Hall gets 2 points on the takedown there.
And
That'll
he
make it
can't-
2-1 in his favor.
He counters that Russian with a foreign move of his own.
What's it called?
It's a double.
A double?
That was a double Romanian there.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding. It was the
That's what I
old-fashioned
thought.
double leg takedown.
I see. Joey Guth. A close up there. Those shoes. Notice he takes one string, loops it across the other.
It's got to be the shoes.
Gotta be the shoes. 2 minutes now. We're getting ready to start the second period. 2-1. Tony Hall is ahead.
So Hall pushes him away. And the reason why is they don't think they're going to turn him, so why waste any time trying to keep him down?
So Hall gets another point out of that, so now it's 3-1. And you were right, that was not the only score. That escape was not the only score.
Only problem is it's been the only score for Joey Guth. 1 point. That is the only problem for Joey Guth.
Right.
Mr. Hall is quite pleased with that.
No scores on that, no points. That little bit of action. Minute and a half, just under a minute and a half now. Tony Hall in the blue and gold for Western Branch, and green and gold. Uniform is on Joey Guth of Great Bridge. Out of bounds. Outside of the squared circle. I see you in the square circle. Remember that? You ever?
No, haven't ever heard that.
Okay. I remember there was this guy.
Sounds good.
Well, yeah, that's enough. I don't need to tell you this. It's kind of dumb. Inside a minute, 49 seconds. Great Bridge fans loud in support of Joey Guth, who gets his 2 takedown points there to tie things up at 3. 30 seconds.
Third period. There it is.
There's the escape point for Tony Hall. There's 12 seconds to go. And that's it. Tony Hall wins the 189-pound weight match by a score of 4-3. That'll make it 39-9 in favor of the Wildcats. And here comes Charles Houck of Great Bridge to take on tall, lanky B.J. Baker of Western Branch. And boy, let me tell you something. Since the days of Horace Sawyer, the heavyweight division has looked entirely different.
A lot lighter.
Yeah.
Yep. These guys are contenders, but the tough guys, the leading guys in the heavyweight division this year, I believe, are at Cox, Lake Taylor, and Kellum. They are the 3, so one of these guys could be fighting for that number 4 spot, depending on how they, are bracketed in the regional.
Right. There's 2 takedown points for B.J. Baker.
Little.
That'll make the score 2-0. Actually, 2-1 as Charles Houck gets an escape point, and he's not happy that he allowed himself to be taken down.
No, but it was a great move by
B.J. Baker.
By B.J. Baker. Bubba Baker. Maybe that could be him. It's Bubba Baker. We'll have to work on that.
Yeah.
The Hulkster.
That's right.
Against Bubba Baker.
Baker up 2-1. Great Bridge up by 30.
Oh, he's got a headlock off that. Nice.
Another takedown by Baker.
Watch his head. Watch his head. See that head? If he brings it under and up, he's going to put him on his back. But he's not able to do it.
to do that.
I tell you what, Baker's length and leverage seems to be working in his favor here.
Yeah, no doubt.
Don't be surprised if this match comes to a climactic end.
Rough.
I mean, it's not going to be one of those, no matter what the score, thunder could strike at any moment.
Even lightning.
You know, lightning and thunder could strike,
Right.
which would really be...
Boy, would that be something. You like that? Like that little... where is it? Isn't that it? 37 seconds in the first period. Out and down by 3. And down on the mat.
Well, they're coming close to another great match, overall high school action. I want to, again, just encourage the fans out there, please support your high school athletics, whether it's wrestling or girls sports. These kids, particularly, look at a cross-face cradle. He's got to sit deep, 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 deep.
That's the end of the period.
Tell you what, Baker looked good in the process.
Sure did.
And he did it slow, which put a little excitement on it. But again, go support your high school athletics. These kids definitely deserve your support. You know, a lot of people, parents took pride in supporting your high school athletics. Maybe it'll stop a lot of troubles that are happening upstairs with these guys. And I'm just real pleased that we're able to bring this on TV. I welcome the opportunity to come to you. And we welcome your thoughts and comments.
Always.
Always.
Regardless of their nature.
Regardless of their nature. Both referees were diving, looking for locked hands.
Yeah, Chris Smith knows he saw it. Trying to tell Charles Howe, stand up.
Hey, the dumpster now over helping coach Jason Edmondson.
Yeah, he sure is.
Over with the coaching staff of the Wildcats now.
And the Hulkster, as I understand, is going to be maybe enrolling in a Newport News Apprentice School under Coach Keith Moreland, a former University of Iowa assistant coach. So what a great opportunity for these guys to move on with their lives. And wrestling has played a major part in a lot of these guys' big plans in life.
Out of bounds, nobody gets any points. Minute 13 to wrestle. And B.J. Baker up by 3, 4-1.
Crossface cradle again. He's got to sit under that knee. So watch. I don't know, you guys can't see it, but on that far side, we got a good angle from where we sit. He's not doing it right yet. No, he missed it. He missed it. But a nice blanket ride there. See him posting off on him. See him sinking his knee deep there, just trying to keep the Hulkster down. Crossface cradle again by Baker.
That's
We
not bad.
keep
it
it
almost
fun.
sounds like you're singing.
Yeah, I know. You gotta just work with it. It's Baker. I can see posters. Baker.
I like it.
I like that. Big Baker. Roll. They're not giving them anything yet. Now there's the 2.
5 seconds. 2 points to Charles Howe.
4-3. Well, that makes it easy. Remember, this was a wild and crazy match.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, all the points came in the third period. It was very close, and then it was like some crazy 12-11 score, went into overtime, and Baker got pinned by the Hulkster in overtime.
Baker looks like he's sucking a little wind. Hauser's going to let him up.
Okay.
That'll make it 5-3.
5-3. The Hulkster needs a takedown to tie it up. The Hulkster with a Russian tie. And again, as time clicks off the clock, that's good for Baker.
I'm not even going to try to say it like that. I'm not even going to try.
Baker with a crossface. He's got to pinch his knees. There's the 2 points.
For Baker right there. That'll make it 7-3.
Now there's the little blanket ride crawl. Now they're going out of bounds. Watch for the Hulkster. If he's going to get anything going, he's got to be right off the whistle. for BT Baker.
That would be BJ.
BJ, is that a BJ?
Yeah.
BJ Baker is seemingly in overall control of the match, but with heavyweights, anything can and will happen. I had a little prediction of the score here. I'm going to see if I can pull it out here and tell you guys. I had talked to one fan, had it 36-21. And that was Melvin Phelps. Been covering wrestling for 8 years.
Wow.
And an older gentleman, very sophisticated, and his pal, Mike Castello. Castello.
Mike
Castello.
Castello.
And they had this 36-21 favor of the team that wins it.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Right.
At least they got the team right.
They got, well, you know, I didn't ask them for a team. I just asked them for a score.
Oh, a score, right.
That way, whatever, you have a higher chance of being correct.
Right.
Right.
Right, that is true.
Uh-oh, there goes the Hulkster.
30 seconds.
And there's a illegal scissors on the head.
And there's 1 point for the Hulkster.
But the Hulkster there, the Hulkster,
Yeah.
the stir, the big guy, the guy in the green and the gold, was coming up in a roll situation, so it kind of saved him by actually putting that illegal move on him, because looks like Baker was going to his back.
Right.
7-4 the score. Rock Hands now makes it 7-5. Technical violation, 1 point lock in hand.
That's going to give House 1 more point, make it 7-5, but only 13 seconds to work with.
I was at the Deep Creek tournament. I was talking to Baker and his dad, and I felt like an ant.
Really,
they're both big guys. All right, now there's
7-6.
Baker.
As Baker gives House the escape.
He'll get warned for stalling. He's not going to take a shot. He'll just go stand there and look at it.
That's the end of the heavyweight match. 7-6, Charles Houck falls to B.J. Baker. That'll make the final team score 39-12 in favor of the Great Bridge Wildcats. And now the teams will shake hands. And Mickey, how about a little scoring summary for us?
Okay, Great Bridge started out on top with Jimmy Hawthorne winning 6-5. Darnell gets a pin at 112 to make the score 9-0. Viola and Perry in probably the best match of the night. Well, not for Chris Viola, but I'm sure he's going to snap back as Perry wins 11-3 to make it 13-0 Great Bridge. Aaron Beatson loses to Terry Peppers, who had a great match at 125, made it 13-3 Great Bridge. Hunter Beatson then pins at 130 to make it 19-3. Scott Dustin defeated Sean Sanderlin 9-7, 22-3 Great Bridge. David Todd loses to Marco Hernandez, who had a great match out here tonight. Marco wins 11-5. It's 22-6 Great Bridge. Michael Harper, the Piranha, wins 7-2 to make it 25-6. Frank Smith wins 17-3 on a tech fall, made the score 30-6 Great Bridge. At 160, Billy Allred got the forfeit to make it 36-6. At 171, Fannin wins 5-2 over Brian Luster, who had been bumped up to 171. 189, Joey Guth loses to Tony Hall. Tony Hall looked impressive as Western Branch wins 39-9. Then the heavyweight match, B.J. Baker and Charles Houck in another close match. B.J. Baker gets the win, 39-12 Wildcats.
39-12, the way it ends here at Western Branch High School. Lots more wrestling coming up. We'll be on Monday at 4, Thursday at 7. And Saturday at noon here on WCTV. For Frank Lapoli, Mickey Irving, lots more wrestling. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you later.
I'll see you. Let's give me that diet plan.